Hi, welcome to Linda's TV show. If it is your first time of stopping by or coming across my YouTube channel, you are highly welcome. This is the home of news. Please click on that red button that says subscribe. Beside the red button is a notification bell. Turn the bell on so that anytime I upload a new video, you will be the first person to check it out. And after watching the video, you are free to leave your comment constructively and tell me what you think about the video.
We will discuss this in court, where people can freely go, and these hearings will also be made public, so the public is aware of what's happening, not a closed door kind of thing. I'm talking about like real courts, and that's why we were trying to take our own to other courts.
All right, but you see, I just want to stretch that line a bit. We've seen in this country how that the courts will give, a judgment. There'll be decisions from the court, and then the implementing body or the unit of the government that is supposed to execute that judgment will simply just ignore it. And we've seen ministries, parastatals, different organs of the government ignoring court judgments and not carrying on as if those decisions of the court do not matter. Particularly now, we've seen that in the last few years, it's become really rampant. Amnesty continues to document instances where authorities fail to obey court orders. So if we've seen that happen, what gives you the confidence that if we go to court and anything happens as a result of the atrocities that were committed on Nigerians who participated in the NSAS protest, what gives you the confidence that the court process would yield anything tangible?
See, first of all, I'll just tell you this as a worry girl, that we go see again. Do you understand? We go see again. So what I'm trying to say is, our aim is to live in a democratic society. So the courts are a necessity. We must do that. If other institutions don't carry out the order of the court, we are back to NSAS. We're back to things like NSAS. We're back to voicing out our cries. We don't have the power the government has. We don't have the money. We don't have the influence. What we have is our voices. And as much, I respect your organization so much. I think you guys are amazing. But we are tired of documentation, Zo. Do you understand? This is why a lot of people are out. A lot of people are frustrated. It's just that so many people don't know what to do. You understand? So people that can people that can bring everybody together, bring us together, need to do something, need to say something. The NSAS movement did not just appear on the road magically. You had powerful voices who actually said, let's do this, I'm going to be there. And people came out. So if you have courts that would obviously look through the evidence. Look, if they look through the evidence and they say we don't have any case, that's a different matter. You respect the courts. It will hurt because we know our rights. We know what with the evidence we have. We know what happened. But if the courts were to grant in our favor, okay, and then the other institutions do not carry out those orders of the court, that in itself, when they say the proof is in the pudding, that in itself is the bad governance we're talking about, is the corruption we're talking about. And so we'll see again back on the streets.
Sweet. Thank you very much. And let me just stress that Amnesty does not only monitor, does not only document. We also campaign, we do advocacy, we do research, and so these are some of the things that we do. So just to put that out there for our listeners and for everyone that is on with us tonight.
Thank you for that.
What we have seen, and I think I started by saying that, we've seen denials upon denials upon denials, and some people have said that the government's denials are equivalent to asking us to disbelieve, actually, the evidence of our very own eyes. You were at the toll gate. You witnessed this incident. And our organization also released a timeline of events that actually documents the sequential actions of the military with timestamps. Yet, the government continues to deny these events. What was your initial reaction when you had people from the government saying it never happened. We've had them say things like it's a massacre without bodies. They've used all sort of expressions. What was your initial reaction when you heard these? And more importantly, what is your current feeling about these deliberate denials and cover-up by the authorities?
Wow. To be honest, yeah, a majority of our leaders, they're out of touch. They are simply out of touch. They have no idea what's going on. You know, if the power of social media shocked them, you know, it's not like in the old days where you tell the newspaper what to write. The power of social media shocked them. Look at them running up and down trying to make bills to ban social media and all of that stuff. Instead of them to run up and down to figure out how to help Nigerians, how to make life better for us. Instead of them to run up and down to figure out who ordered military people to walk in, to come into that setting, already shooting, no conversation. So our leaders are out of touch. You understand? Of course they would deny. They deny everything. We're not surprised. You see, they are dealing with people that they've been stepping on for so long. And I want to say something that might be hard for all of us to hear. We are a huge part of the problem. We are a major part of the problem because we sit and we take it. And I'm also a part of the problem. I've taken it for so long. So who are you to talk? You understand what I mean? So they've trampled on us for too long. This is why we're trying to get the attention of people who we believe they will be afraid of, or at least they know that some things will be at jeopardy if they don't respond to them. That's number one. How I feel about it, I don't feel anything about their denials. It makes no difference. You see, I'm not the people that know me very well will know that right from time. I'm not a clapback artist. I don't really know how to do it. I don't know how to clout chase. If I did, trust me, I would have done it because it's good. I don't know how to do it. So if I'm coming out every day to be denying their denial, to be countering their denial, that one is a Telemundo series. While they're denying, it's fine. Let them deny. They're actually giving us more evidence, of their incompetence. You understand what I'm saying? So please, they are welcome to deny as much as they want. Nigerians are intelligent, just like this live we're doing now. I believe you are real. Are you real? Sheon, are you there?
As real as you speak.
Oh wow, look at that. Look at that. So you are real. My goodness. So yes, there's no feeling really towards that.
All right. You are in hiding, or at least you've gone underground, and I'm sure you know so many other people that have gone underground. As an organization, we've been documenting that also, stories and testimonies of people who were threatened and intimidated just for attempting to speak up about the answer. Some who participated, you mentioned how that people's accounts have been frozen, some people were stopped at the airport from traveling. We see all of these things, and when you reflect on all that is going on now, what do you think that represents for the future of this country? Particularly because, as you mentioned, people who dare to speak up are the ones that are being harassed and intimidated, and some of them were arrested, some of them had to go underground like you. What do you think this means for the future of this country?
Well, just like I said, like at the beginning, right? The future is what is motivating me personally. I know that other people are motivated by other reasons. At the end of the day, we have the same goal. I want to believe that. The future does not look promising to anybody if we continue like this, if this is the trend. You understand what I'm saying? And then you're not going to blame people if some people just retreat and hide, because nobody really wants to be in this position. As I'm talking to you like this, I really don't know, how far. Do you understand? My dreams, everything is like, I don't know, it's like on hold or it's been blown up. But I believe that silence is worse. Silence is worse. The fact that it hasn't happened to you or to me does not mean it may not happen to you or to me or to my brothers or to my sisters or to my friends or to my mother. I've personally been harassed by policemen severally. There are times where before I reach where they are, I started smiling like a fool, just so that I can pass. Good evening, sir. I'm afraid. The job that I do requires me to be out at night. That's my job. I'm out at night most of the time, right? Most of the time we're playing music at night. Do you want to understand as a woman the kind of terror that goes through your mind? I have experienced personally. I know people who have experienced personally. There are girls that have been raped on the roadside, back of police trucks. So if we go into this conversation, I can tell you silence is worse, because guess what the silence is doing? It's beefing them up the more. Now we really have no credit. Like now we are really sacrificial lambs. What thing they go do? If you notice now, policemen now, when people pull out their phones, they say, yes, record me, I go shoot you, nothing will happen. This is how they talk now. So you paint the picture of that future.
So I've listened to people describe you as, very brave, very courageous, and I know that there are many people out there who you've told us what has kept you going, or at least the future is one of the motivations for standing. But how else are you able to withstand these direct attacks from the authorities? Because I know that one of the goals of our organization is that we want to inspire a generation that will continuously ask that their rights be respected and protected. And I'm sure people want to learn from you. How have you been able to stand still in the face of the attacks against you? We sometimes see how you are thrown online every now and then by people that are perhaps, sponsored by state and
my friends.
actors.
My friends.
Exactly have you been able to stand and remain resolute in the face of these direct attacks? Because I know that many people want to learn that from you, and people want to be inspired by your story.
Well, so I'll tell you something real quick. When I was a kid, when I was growing up, my mother used to call me Anante. Anante is Igbo for I know the hear word, right?
The stubborn one.
Yeah, right. I'm the last born, so my mom, she's so tired of me, but bless her. But anyways, I've always been passionate about everything I do. I've always seen things to the end. Take my craft, for example. I've been passionate about it. I would spend about 16 hours, 8 hours in the morning time, 8 hours at night, trying to hone my skills, trying to invent a new way to play something, to scratch or whatever. I've always been like that. In school, I've always hated bullying. I've always hated it. I didn't understand it, right? Or any manner of injustice. Any time I had the chance, I would speak to it. I would use my platform and at least say something about it, but to be honest, my voice was not as powerful as it is right now. And it is an unfortunate incident that has put me here, because I usually was a very quiet person. Okay. Now, for me, since they want to put me here because of their own wickedness to Nigerians, they've actually given me work to do. So while they've put me here, let me work for them, right? And bring the terror to them. Because the truth is this: you cannot silence someone like me. I've always been outspoken. Like even I have very few friends. They know me. I always say what's on my mind. I've always done it. And it has always brought me like some unfortunate, scenarios, even in my job. But I've still stood by my belief. Okay, so it's not something with regards to learning. It's not something you learn from me. You need to find it within yourself, the strength to do what you want to do. I don't particularly blame anybody who says, this person is talking, that person. Nobody knows everybody's situation. People's situations are different. You understand? And again, when you look at me, you have to make that decision and say, look, if I go out like this girl, the potential of not being able to work, the potential of not being to, lose your house, or all of that stuff is there. I've had from phone calls to all sorts of things. I'm just not the type that put it on social media. But the threats have been insane. And so I said to myself, the more you do it, the more reason I will even fight this fight, because this has to stop. It's my character. So you now check what type of character you have. What type of character do you have, Shemin? Are you the type of man that would say, I want to speak? Are you the type that will say, I want to follow? Are you the type that will say, I want to be silent? At the end of the day, it's up to you. But you must know that the end result will be the end result will be indicative of your present action.
I want to ask you something about
deep in the shadows. I know.
Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time or first day of coming across my YouTube channel or seeing my face, you are highly welcome. Herzlich willkommen zu meinem Kanal. Mein Name ist Linda Chukwueze. It comes as Miguel. That red button that says subscribe, and you turn on the notification bell so that you'll be able to get information on the.
Bis zum nächsten Video und einen schönen Tag. Tschüss.
Tschüss. Bis man subscribe to Linda's TV show. What are you waiting for? Click on that red button that says subscribe. You turn on the notification bell so that you'll be getting more updates from me. Leave your comment down below and share this video with your friends, families, and colleagues until we meet again in my next video. Bye bye.